Taytu Betul was an Empress Consort of the Ethiopian Empire and the third wife of Emperor Menelek II of Ethiopia. She founded Addis Ababa, Ethiopia's capital city. Biography. Taytu Betul was born in or around 1851, the third of four children in an aristocratic Ethiopian family that was related to the Solomonic dynasty. Her father, Ras Betul Haile Mariam, was less well known than her uncle Dejazmach Wube Haile Mariam, who was the ruler of much of northern Ethiopia in the 1840s, and a rival of Emperor Georgios II. Her father's family were the ruling family of Semene province, claiming descent from Emperor Susaniyos I. Her father is son of Ras Gugsa, a member of the powerful ruling family of Yeju, which was of Oromo origin and had converted to Christianity from Islam, and which had ruled as regents for the powerless emperors in Gondar during the Zemen Mesafint. Taytu had the reputation of being fiercely proud of her lineage in Yeju, Semene and Begemder. After four failed marriages, Taytu Betul married King Menelek of Shewa, later Emperor Menelek II of Ethiopia. Taytu is acknowledged to have wielded considerable political power as the wife of Menelek, both before and after they were crowned emperor and empress in 1889. She led the conservative faction at court that resisted the modernists and progressives who wanted to develop Ethiopia along Western lines and bring modernity to the country. Deeply suspicious of European intentions towards Ethiopia, she was a key player in the conflict over the Treaty of Wuchale with Italy, in which the Italian version made Ethiopia an Italian protectorate, while the Amharic version did not do so. The empress held a hard line against the Italians, and when talks eventually broke down, and Italy invaded the empire from its Eritrean colony, she marched north with the emperor and the imperial army, commanding a force of cannoneers at the historic Battle of Addis Ababa, which resulted in a humiliating defeat for Italy in March 1896. This victory was the most significant of any African army battling European colonialism. Menelek, who often prevaricated and postponed unpleasant decisions with answering, "yes, tomorrow," found it useful to have his wife be in a powerful enough position to say absolutely not to people and issues he just didn't want to personally offend or refuse. As a result, Empress Taytu was increasingly unpopular while Menelek remained very loved by one and all at court and beyond. When Menelek's health began to decline around 1906, Taytu began to make decisions on his behalf, angering her rivals for power through her appointment of favorites and relatives to most of the positions of power and influence. Widely resented for her alleged Gondarine xenophobia and nepotism, the nobility of Shewa and Tigray, along with the Wallo relatives of the heir to the throne, Elijah conspired to remove her from state responsibility. In 1910, she was forced from power, and a regency under Ras Desamanu took over. Instructed to limit herself to the care of her stricken husband, Taytu faded from the political scene. Taytu and Menelek did not have any children. Menelek died in 1913 and was succeeded by his grandson from a daughter of a previous liaison, Elijah. Taytu was banished to the old palace at Entoto, next to the St. Mary's Church she had founded years before, and where her husband had been crowned emperor, while some believe Taytu may have played a part in the plot that eventually removed Emperor V from the throne in 1916, replacing him with Empress Zardito. The price for Zarditu's elevation was a divorce from Taytu's nephew Ras Gugsa, who became governor of Begemder. Zardito, Menelek II's daughter by yet another previous marriage, had always been close to Empress Taytu and invited Taytu to live with her. Although Taytu declined, she resumed advising rulers in a modest way. To quote Chris Prouty, Taytu lived out the next few years at the old palace next to the Entoto Mariam church overlooking Addis Ababa. She requested permission to go to Gondar in November 1917 to end her days, but was refused. 3 months later she was dead. She is buried next to her husband at the Tareka Negist Balyatullah Mariam Monastery in Addis Ababa. Bibliography: Chris Prouty. Empress Taytu and Menelek II, Ethiopia 1883–1910. Trenton.